Ooh, new desk, studio almost completed, new haircut, perfect day, just done with like wiring everything up. So I'll explain a little this new setup, why I built it, how it's working, how it helps me to be more creative, hopefully. And I have to announce something huge. I've been working on this secretly for the past 2, 3, 4 weeks. A new sample pack. There wasn't a sample pack for a long time. I now teamed up with Biker. It's like a company for sample packs, really nice guys. They help me a little with like the payment stuff and the support stuff and getting it out there and promoting it a little. But it's like all my samples out of my productions. Stuff that was already released, stuff that I'm working on, kicks, claps, like over 400 one-shots, and a whole lot of melodic stuff, all analog processed, all sampled from some of the gear that I bought over the last couple of days and weeks. And it's all in C, so you don't have to worry about like, does it fit? Does this part fit to this one? It all fits. And if you want to change it to another key, just transpose it. For the first 100, they get my old sample packs, all of them included for free. And it's 50% off. It's like an introduction price for the first week, 50% off. If you're interested, go check it out. First link in the description. It's really like, it's a ton of stuff. And the quality is like 80–90% up from all of the previous sample packs I ever did. So enjoy, have fun, check it out. Now let's talk gear.
Make waves in my heart. You get under my skin. This pain is off the chart.
The front desk right here is really mostly EQs, compressors, limiter, mastering stuff. Things that are more applied to the general signal, like mixing stuff, the monitor controller for like checking in mono, turning up the volume down. This one right here is just for the lights, so I can control them. Wait. It needs to be orange. I feel like orange today. I'm in a good mood. So yeah, all the creative stuff, my MacBook connected. This will probably go underneath of the desk just to make it even cleaner and have more space for more gear. Anything else here? No, it's pretty straightforward. Compressor, EQ compressor, equalizer, limiter. Here's a little more stuff there, an SSL kind of clone. It's all nice and neat, works, all connected, all wired up. Love it. But that's what I use at the very end of my production. The productions usually start or will start with this device right here. It basically works like an 808, 909, but it doesn't create the drum sounds. It's just like sampled stuff. Because I love 808 and 909 sounds, but I also love the samples that I create and that I've collected over the years. This lets me fire them up, so I can either play them or I can just like put them into the step sequencer. So for example, I could select the kick, put it on 1, 5, 9, and 13, and then just hit play. And we got the kick. Maybe the snare on 5 and 13. And there you already have like a simple drum groove. I could also, I don't know, let it play, hit record. Simple, easy, I love it. It's more workflow thing than doing anything for the sound. I could also do this in the computer, but just sitting here and focusing on the beat and then let it run, it just helps a little with the workflow. I played a ton around with it today. Then next up, this little device right here, Behringer X Touch Mini. It's not connected yet, I still have to set it up, but this is just for soloing and muting my 8 buses. I usually have 8, like kick, snare, all of the other drums, then bass, vocals, some pads, atmospheres, background stuff, effects, like reverses, crashes, like everything that is just like temporarily in the mix. And then the last are my send effects, all of the reverbs, delays, so I can solo and kill them right away. Especially helpful while mixing. So I can, for example, just solo the kick, tweak a little the frequencies down there, maybe kick and bass, see if they work together. Really nice and neat. But again, like I need like half an hour to set this up. It's a little messy. And then all of the new stuff is right behind me. The new, I call it the creative table, because it's all generating and manipulating sounds. I got my record player here because sampling, crackles, noises, bits of old songs, just like as a creative starting point. Sometimes it ends up in the production, sometimes it just doesn't, but it helps to have something there. And I'm a little sick of all of the splice loops. Like, I've heard them so many times in so many songs. I know no one cares, no one of the music listener cares, but me as a producer, if I listen to someone else's song and I just recognize like 5 splice loops stacked on top of each other, I just instantly hate the song. I don't know why, but like, I get input that not a whole lot of other people have. Sometimes you have to go back to really old stuff to find new stuff again. Then right here, headphones, just to plug them in wherever needed. I got, this is new, Andy gave it to me. He sent it to me because I finished the desk. He was like, hey, you should have this. It's a small field recorder. You just hit record, it records. I can take it with me anytime. And I can just like hook up a cable. Let's do this really quick. Just going in here. And the other 2 left and right, I could just like jump them right here into the patch bay. The entire patch bay is connected over the SPL. I got 2 of the SPLs. Those are my converters, one there, and both are communicating with just 1 cable. So I didn't have to route that many cables between those 2 tables. Now I can just play from the field recorder, record it into the computer. I could also patch it if I wanted to, but that's like really nerdy. I could patch it into the Moog, use it right here. Instead of noise, I could use the noise in and have my field recorded stuff running together with the Sine if I wanted to. Like, again, this is the creative table. I wanted to be there to make weird stuff I would never ever come up otherwise. Because let's be honest, just like sound wise, you can do everything in the DAW. This is more for like creative things. Then we got here the Korg M1 for those classic organic kind of sounds. Those are the drums. Instant China vibes. I love that thing. Like, it has special sounds no other synth can kind of make. And then the Prologue, which is fairly new. There's just like an effect right now. I recorded already today. Like, I started a clean track from scratch using all of it, like restricting myself only to using the gear, no plugins, just to like further test it and get familiar with the workflow. Amazing, it's fun. And speaking of amazing, this one right here, the Yamaha DX7, this is version number 2. Let's get you a little closer right here. The sounds are brutal. So good. I mean, of course, you could just use the plugin version of it and it would sound the same, maybe even better, maybe a little worse, but not really noticeable. It's really about the creative like workflow again. When I sit here and play, I just do other stuff that I wouldn't otherwise. Just for example, pitching it down on like the release of it, I wouldn't do it in a DAW, but here playing it, recording it and doing it like live, or maybe sending the notes via MIDI and let it play and focus on changing knobs. I mean, this one right here is mostly presets, but for example, on the Moog, you can just send MIDI, it plays, and you can like tweak it, record it, and have way more movement in your songs. And I'm, with the DAW, always very lazy, like automating. I just hate it. I don't know why, but with like this stuff, it's fun. And then right here, the centerpiece of this table, the patch bay, all of the synths are directly connected, so they're always ready. But I could take any of the synths, patch it somewhere else, or patch one synth into another synth if the synth has an input. I could also, and that's coming up probably tomorrow, Andy said something about pedal boards, so pedal boards incoming, just for some like creative, weird kind of stuff in between. That will be definitely a whole lot of fun. And then here in the back, the Moog, or Moog, or however you pronounce it. I don't know, I always say Moog, and that's just how. If you want to complain, feel free in the comments. But this one right here, it's the newest edition, so I have to be honest, I'm not so familiar with it. It's a beast. It's very old school, no presets, it's semi-modular, so you can connect stuff, patch it. It is paraphonic, So it's not polyphonic, but it's also not monophonic. It's something in between. That is a whole lot of fun. Basically, if you hit a chord, it can't play all of the notes at the same time, but it kind of directs an oscillator to every one of these notes. So 4 oscillators, so you can play 4 notes, and it's doing it randomly, or it's doing it which you hit first. So you can hit the same chord 5 times, and it always sounds different because one note might be another oscillator depending on like the split second you hit one of them first. Amazing. Has a sequencer built in, has an ARP built in. I love it. I only have it for a few days, but it's so much fun. It's just that, this raw sound. I love it. So I got basically like almost everything I wanted, like one semi-modular, raw, old school sounding, classic kind of synth. The DX7 FM synthesizer, the most legendary. The Prologue, something new that can also play wavetables that you can load in there. And the Korg M1 for the more organic stuff, vinyl for sampling, the drum thing, the Pioneer, I don't know, Taurus, whatever it's called. It's good, it's really amazing for sampling. And then the MacBook will disappear and I will get one more unit to sit right here. Not sure yet, but if you have any suggestions, let me know. That's my setup at the moment. This will change a lot in the next coming days and weeks. I will probably, while making more and more music in here, realize that some things can be optimized, some things might need to be swapped. But right now, the amount of gear in this table will stay the same, just like filling out the gaps. And here's something. That's then it. I promised my girlfriend no more gear. And here in the back, it's already pretty full. So if I get something new, I need to get rid of something. Or maybe a drawer underneath. I don't know. Anyways, that's basically it for today. I will stay here for the next 6-7 hours, make more music. And I need to record like a full tutorial for Fader Pro, where you can watch me making music, basically kind of live, 4 hours, but it's like I'm just recording it today. It will be released probably in a week or 2. Don't forget the sample pack. It's linked down below. It's the best I've ever made, like the fullest. It has the size of the last 5 or 6 combined. And enjoy making music with it. Have fun. See you tomorrow back again here in the studio. Another day, another vlog.